Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast for September 22nd, 2017.
Today on the podcast, we talk PUBG versus Fortnite.
We talk about the Fortnite cross-play feature.
Yeah, some Linda Hamilton returning to Terminator.
And some Tokyo Game Show news drop. We'll let you know soon.
It just flew by. Hi, everybody.
We know what we're doing.
We are experiencing many technical difficulties today. One being that the dog chewed through a cord.
That's the biggest one.
Luckily,
Technical difficulties 2.2.
I was going to say, like,
no,
you know,
she's learning.
She's picking it up. It's like Skynet.
Yeah.
I know how Skynet works.
She's learning. Either way, and then, yes, our intro. I think my computer's still, like, whirring and purring and trying to warm up, so the trying to play the video is just like, what are you doing to me?
Yes, it's trying to grab
do
all
all this work when I just wake up.
Oh,
That's
and
like me.
we're out of focus again.
Just like real life.
I mean,
It's true.
the
Just
wall,
like real life.
wall got bugged.
It's true.
Yeah, we gotta fix that. We gotta fix the wall.
Gotta
Yeah.
fix
Fight
that
the wall.
Fight the wall.
Unbug it.
Either way, welcome to the
let's-
Barrel Roll Newscast,
yes.
where we talk about all sorts of nerd type things in the news.
Yes.
Starting off,
Let's start again.
I'm watching the microphone thing. I'm listening for the dog to like.
Not be over here.
Yet.
Either way,
PUBG.
a popular game.
Very. I feel like it's a popular game. Have we talked about that?
I think we've talked about this. If you don't know what PUBG is, go to our YouTube channel.
Go to
look
YouTube
up
channel.
PlayerUnknown Battleground.
Go on Steam. Go pick it. It's pretty
Twitch.
cheap. Twitch. It's highly streamed game.
Yeah, check stuff out.
Yeah, it's a
It's a good game.
10 million sales.
Again,
right? Something like that.
highest amount of players at one time on Steam. Like, it is the most popular game on Steam.
It out Dota Dota.
It out Dota.
Which surprises me still, but
Kind of me too. Like, I'm not
it's
a huge...
It's a free to play game. It bested a free to play game.
It did. Either way, PUBG, the creator has concerns.
Concerns
As
over
the news outlets are saying.
And so the reason being is that Fortnite,
Which is a game.
It's a game by Epic
that
that took forever to come out.
It took too long to come out.
I think everyone just lost interest at some point.
They did, because when they first showed it off...
It could have been a cool fort-building survival horror game.
Or, because when
game.
they kind of... And then when they first showed it off, too, it was kind of co-op, or they showed off, like, you could compete, so, like, the two of you pretty much have X amount of time to build a fort.
And then zombies come, and then you have to survive.
And then zombies come, or you have to... Or you build a fort, and
or
you can actually, like, survive each other, and that kind of... Yeah, big stuff.
So it could have been... I think it came out, or it was announced, anyways, around the same time zombies and survival horror games
All that stuff
was huge.
big.
I think it was like Left 4 Dead, almost, around that time.
Probably. And I had no interest in the actual zombie piece, because...
I think...
Zombies.
Yeah, they're easy to do nowadays.
Even when zombies were a big craze, I wasn't hugely into them because they just...
I liked Left 4
There's too
Dead.
many.
It was the same thing.
I like Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 were my only two. I will go back and play those games.
The Dead Rising games I enjoyed because they were goofy.
Yes, and it was an impressive scale for those games.
But everything that was just like, we're going to throw zombies at you, and I'm like, why couldn't you throw something else
I think the Call of Duty was bad for that. And so, either way, Fortnite is out, quote unquote out. And they're adding a 1 versus 99 free for all battle royale mode. It's actually called
Battle Royale. So it's Fortnite Battle Royale.
And so you do get dropped onto the island.
An island, not the island.
Okay, so is Fortnite procedurally generated maps? I feel like it is.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Because that's the one thing. PUBG is
one map.
the same map.
It's one map
every time.
right now.
Yeah.
They have a desert map. They have a desert map coming out. That's different news for a different day. But the big piece is that it's only one map in PUBG, whereas in Fortnite, if it's procedurally generated, that could be cool, I suppose. But the big thing is that this battle royale mode retains all of the fort building aspects of Fortnite. Which could be interesting.
I think that's cool. Like you do
your own twist with that style of game mode.
Well, and especially if the map is a very basic map. Like if there's not a lot of stuff going on, like PUBG.
Oh,
there's a lot of buildings. There's a lot of places to get to in PUBG. In Fortnite, if you pretty much just have like a building that you go into and there's not much there, you can actually fortify yourself a
And
little spot.
And that could be really cool with multiple people.
For sure.
Think Minecraft with basically more zombies and actual weapons and pretty looking graphics.
Yeah, but in this case, it's not even the zombie piece. It's 99 other people, and if you're and your buddies are all sitting there and you build yourself, like, you give yourself enough time with a couple people on guard and enough people building, you can build yourself
a castle.
A pretty good, like, fortification.
And so the big thing about I'm not sure how Battle Royale does this, but in PUBG, they really frowned upon people who play on the same team, quote unquote, but not actually in a group. Because once you start playing multiplayer with your friends in a random game, first of all, I don't know how that's possible, logistically possible, but then you get into the situation where two people can ostensibly get a chicken dinner by themselves.
Yes.
Either one or other. I don't know how Battle Royale version of Fortnite will balance that.
I don't know.
Or if
I don't know if you can do a squad mode or this or that. Cause
and so,
if it's saying it's 1 versus 99, I think it would just be.
Well, I mean, in PUBG, you can group up officially.
Yeah, you can have a separate squad or duo.
And you can get separate squad rankings.
Yeah.
And so, and you know what? The big takeaway is that we knew modes like this are going to be coming to every other game out there.
I've been waiting for. Well, and to be fair, if you want to call this like because he's got to the point, the player unknown has gotten to the point where, like, he's mad that they're pretty much copying his system. And I get it, the drop in, like, I get that piece. The people drop in,
survival,
and it's a survival thing. But in all honesty, you look at something like Battlefield that's had 64 people on a map for a really long time now.
It's not entirely new.
It's not really a new thing.
Massive multiplayer online games like that have always existed. Look at something like PlanetSide. PlanetSide's another example of that. Arguably not a very popular game.
No.
But it has the multiplayer first-person shooter, massive first-person shooter feel.
Yeah.
Already. It just happens that this game... And also, it's a mod. Like, PUBG is a mod.
PUBG
is
was...
a mod off of Arma 2.
It was. It started that way. He has since...
No. It started off as a mod of H1Z1, which is a mod of Arma 2. That's the lineage. That's the lineage of that game.
But if you think of Dota, the two most popular freaking games on Steam are pretty much mods and custom maps. Because Dota 2 is just a custom map from Warcraft 3 ages ago. And... like, that one always makes me laugh, because Dota actually stands, I think it's
Defense of the Agents.
Yeah,
Defense of the Agents.
Defender of the Agents, or whatever it was, which was the freaking map in Warcraft 3, and now you've made a whole new game out of it, and I'm just
not just like a whole new game, like a whole, like, invitational.
Like, I hope you owe Blizzard money every time.
I think that they...
Because Blizzard owes Games Workshop money all, like, every year.
But I think they don't owe them. I think they straight out just bought the Dota license from Blizzard.
And if that's the case, that's cool. But, like, there's got to be some kind of compensation there where you're like, you legitimately stole. And that's why else I still don't get Dota is buy Warcraft 3 and play that way. Because there's a bajillion more map modes on Warcraft 3. Like, people were building MMOs within the map editor for Warcraft 3. So, that's the part where I sit there going, okay, like, why would I get one game when I can get, like, a bajillion games? Either way.
So... PlayerUnknown, a little bit concerned, but in all honesty, I wouldn't be surprised if the next Battlefield or the next Call of Duty had something like this.
1v,
1v everyone else in a massive map. Like, you can't say that this hasn't tickled Activision or EA.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, the other game.
And again, like, I see this kind of mode coming out of the people who make Battlefield.
Yes, that makes complete sense.
Way more excited about that game
and it makes a
PUBG,
whole lot more sense, too.
Which is why I think PlayerUnknown, like the guy who makes the game, is quite concerned as if Fortnite is doing this already. He knows coming down the pipeline, Battlefield's going to have...
Everyone's going to go.
And here's the big thing. Your game is wildly... I see it from the other point of view. Like, you should not be concerned. You should actually look at it and be like, yeah, you know what? I was going to say, like, I inspired these big name companies to push their games further.
You did.
Let's start adding stuff to our game, adding things like fog.
Except he's already said in his game that there's a lot of stuff he can't do. So at this point, PlayerUnknown should hire people and actually.
Well, it is.
It's
It's still a group of people making the game.
It's a very small group of people, but like people have gone, hey, can you do this? So like, can you add this to the game? And they go,
there's actually.
You.
And I think that a piece of that is that he is slowly adding to the game. There's now pill animations now. When you're taking painkillers, you actually have the character.
I know, but if you think of like
little bits and pieces that are being added to the game,
again, the Battlefield
the new vehicles being added, a new weapon, fog effects. The desert map is still coming,
and hopefully the desert map they're developing a different way that they can do different stuff with. Because, like I say, Battlefield. If I play a mode like this in a Battlefield game, I can't just hide in a building.
Yeah.
Because that building can come crumbling down. Because that's the way Battlefield is built.
Yeah.
Whereas in PUBG, I can like put myself in a building with some like fairly shaky siding, and it will protect me until that person comes through the door.
Yeah.
Like there's only a few buildings that actually can be driven through, shot through, like all that kind of stuff.
Without glitching.
Without the glitching.
Yeah, PUBG is pretty glitchy too.
Which is fine because it's still early access, so I'm fine with the glitches.
And I love the jankiness. I love the look of it all.
But
that's just my personal feelings about PUBG. I don't want it to look super realistic. I don't need it to look super cartoony or anything.
But their end game is they're hopefully like for them. I'm assuming they want it to be not be like graphics wise probably still close to the same. But I'm assuming they want all the bugs out and this and that and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
At some point, some of those bugs are amazing though.
They are. They're great. Like when I was teleporting through walls and Brian's screaming because all of a sudden I'm just like standing there and he's like, "How did you get in?" And I'm like, the wall. There's no house here, Brian. Or like I drive the Jeep into the house and Brian's like, how did you get the car in the house? And I'm like, what house?
My favorite ones are when the buildings don't load properly.
That was mine. So like I couldn't see houses. I'm in the car and I went to pick Brian up. So I drove next to him and he's like screaming into the microphone going like, how did you get the car in the house? And I'm going, we're in the house? Like there's a house here? And he's like, yes. And I'm like,
cool.
Neat. Then I got out of the car and it exploded and it killed us both. But because then all of a sudden the car realized there was a house and it exploded.
So,
but
I mean, a part of the charm is the jankiness of what PUBG really is. That's my thing about it. I don't need it to look prettier.
Yeah.
No, I don't need it to look prettier. Uh-oh. Magic! No, magic!
Moving on. We're gonna move on.
But
I think
that is my thing. It doesn't have to look prettier, but I feel like the people who make Battlefield can do probably a better job of certain aspects to that game. I feel like the
I think he needs to like lay off a little bit about.
He does. He just needs to focus on his game and make it
better.
The game that people want to play.
And I think you need to take that in consideration. Be like, you know what? If it wasn't for my game,
people wouldn't be doing this.
This mode, there wouldn't be this interest.
So for us, it's great because yes, there's now this competition going on. Like now, does PlayerUnknown Battleground do they add buildable defenses?
Do they add? Well, there was even I think they were going to add zombies to PUBG.
Ugh.
But not like wave zombies, but like player controlled zombies.
Oh, okay.
Like
so once I die, I get back up.
Yes, that's what I had heard. Like they tweeted that at E3, and then nothing since. Come on, that would be amazing.
If I can control the zombie, I'm cool.
And then the best part is the blue wall doesn't affect you.
Correct. Like you're already dead. So what's the point?
So that could be amazing.
No, I'm down with that. If I can control the zombie,
I was gonna say
cool.
because think about when you're down to 10 people left, there's still 90 zombies
encroaching in on you. Yeah.
So that could be super fun.
No, I'm okay with that kind of thing, and obviously not all the time. Like it had to be its own mode, but
just like first person, yeah.
But yeah, like this, I think he might be concerned. I feel like this is a good opportunity for us to see one. We're gonna see this in a lot of games and get it really well done.
I was gonna say whatever you see how good his game is.
Yeah.
How much better could this mode be in other games
with AAA developers behind the wheel of
competition?
This. Yeah. It is. It's competition, and he's got the head start, so I can't see why he's concerned.
Yeah.
No.
And honestly, now he can start stealing ideas from. So, like I say, don't steal all of Fortnite's shit.
Well, though now that he's called this out,
that's his problem.
He's not going to just when he copies someone.
Yes,
they're gonna.
He can't say anything now, or they can't
Well, they're gonna call him a hypocrite.
Right. So that's my thing. Is he should have just shut up and gone oh, Fortnite's doing my thing, and he's like,
And even in the press release for Fortnite, they straight up said, "We really enjoy PUBG in the style of gameplay it is. We thought we could add that to our own game." Like them, at least the developers are saying, like, you know what? Kudos to you guys. You guys did something really special, and we think we can add that to our game as well. But they're clearly giving him credit.
Yeah.
It's not like it's saying, "We think this is the best thing in the world that we came up with."
Yeah. They're like, they're even giving him credit. It's not even like you look back at the N64, and let's be fair, that's where most of our first-person shooters started. Like James Bond,
Z-Trigger.
You don't see Rare going like, yelling at Halo, being like, "Hey, that was our thing.
You shot somebody. That's ours."
Yeah, like there's 4-player split screen. What do you think you're doing?
Microsoft solved that by they just bought Rare.
That's what they were really afraid of.
That's how they solved that problem.
But that's what I mean. Like, there's never been it's not like, again, other platformers went after, Mario. You just subtly try and copy what Mario does into your own platformer. You try and subtly do this in your own game. And that's the thing. It's like Battlefield has this, and the Advanced Warfare people have like this stuff. Like, it all works itself out in the wash. But yeah, you can't be mad at other people for taking ideas. You can be mad at them if they steal everything you do.
Yeah.
But
you just look at the tech industry as the same thing. Like, iPhone does a thing, then everyone copies it, even if it is to remove a headphone jack.
Yeah, or Android does something, and Apple adds that to all of
and then thinks that's the greatest thing since
innovation. 6 years later,
wireless charging.
Oh boy!
Whoa!
I'd be down for that.
It's not been a thing until we put it in our phones.
It's not in my Pixel. I don't have wireless charging in the Pixel.
I don't have wireless charging in here, but I think I would enjoy the convenience of it.
Yep.
I just could care less.
The key charging or QI charging or
Kiki. They get solar powered battery.
Kiki. You can buy those.
Yeah, you can.
They don't work great.
And you can actually buy like dongles for your phone now that plug into the USB thing on the bottom.
Yeah, and then make it a
wireless charging thing.
Yes. You can do that.
Or like I went and bought a nice little stand for beside my bed.
Yeah.
Because the Android now has the like night mode. So when I plug it in, there's a really dim clock on it. So it's
sort of like this.
Like that, but it's way darker. So at night, it's not like
in your face.
Hey!
Wake up.
It's if I look and I actually need to know the time, I can see it.
And sometimes it's really active in terms of like, oh, you picked it up, now the screen will be on.
Yeah, it knows because I've unlocked it and stuff. But yeah, so like I have one of those. I don't need the wireless charging per se.
I don't know. I'd like to try it out.
My watches all have wireless charging.
I think that's a standard in a lot of smartwatches.
Yeah, it's because they don't want you having to like
plug it in.
Well, because they don't want the USB thing on this. Like that's a big hole on a watch. On a phone, it's not that
my smartwatch does magnetic charging.
Yeah, so that's fine.
So, okay, so moving on to similar news.
Fortnite
has been in a lot of news this week.
Yeah.
I guess some people were playing last weekend online and started noticing, the PlayStation users started noticing something weird about some of the gamer tags that they were playing with.
Yep.
And apparently the short end of the story is that crossplay was accidentally turned on between Xbox One and PS4 for like a couple hours.
Wow.
And so people were like, well, I guess they figured this out because some of the usernames had spaces in them. And on the PSN, you can't make a username with a space. So the people on the PlayStation were like, what's going on here? Why is these characters? Are these like hackers? No, it was them legitimately playing with Xbox One users.
And probably getting owned.
I think they were just having a really good time because they're like, "Are you on Xbox?" Yes, because
clearly the Xbox people, like, that's their shit, man. Third person and first person shooters.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's the Xbox. No, it's the Xbox realm, man.
Yes, it's there. You're in my field now. And so they did reach out, or the players did reach out to Epic and ask them like, "Did this happen?" And sure enough, they had it. They accidentally turned on crossplay.
Now the question is that going to be a full actual thing once the game?
Well, it's okay. So how Sony was with every other.
Yes. That's my thing. That's
the big question: is that Sony probably won't allow it.
Right.
But I think sort of the conspiracy theory behind this is that they turned it on to say, "Hey,
it can happen.
We can do this at any point."
So talk to Sony.
Yes, because even people had tweeted to Phil Spencer of Microsoft.
Yeah.
And said, "Hey, is this actually coming down the pipeline?" And Phil's like, "I think it'd be cool."
Sure.
put Sony in a
I think they
bad
need
position.
to. I really think they need to.
They do.
They need to pressure Sony into
They need to pull the Deadpool thing, and yeah, like they did. They leaked the thing, and now everybody's going to be like, well, we can double the player base.
Yes, especially on a game that it's pretty thin already. Let's be honest.
We can double our player base if you would flick a switch.
And especially with the inclusion of this Battle Royale mode.
Right.
It would be good to mix the...
So, I mean...
Oh, no.
High five the camera every once in a while. It's cool.
It's a necessity.
Sweet. And so, the short story is that we're not the robots.
No, but if I keep my arm here, you can't see anything.
Oh, let's sit there like this.
Be like that for the entire cast.
It's always this corner of the table that glitches.
Ah, it's good to stretch out my arm.
Kataka!
Anywho.
So cross-platform play,
I think that'd be
it's
cool.
doable.
Yeah, Sony, get your shit together.
You're
the only company
at
this
they
point.
Because Microsoft's okay with it, Nintendo's okay with it, Steam doesn't give a shit.
No. Well, see, and that's my thing. Like, Nintendo obviously doesn't care because they're like online. Like, you'll do it for us.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like, they're at this
more
point.
player base for Rocket League. Yes, please.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I wouldn't like, obviously, is the console mixed with the computer, but...
And that depends on the game.
It really depends because
I think the computer guys would have a lot.
Oh, yeah.
For first person and third person,
any sort of action game.
Yeah, anything that involves quick looks and movement. Yes, mouse and keyboard will always.
It's always superior.
That'd be the only one I'd be concerned with.
And I'm okay with that. PC can be cut out. There's enough people on the PC again. Like for a while there,
or even if
computers were dying.
Or even if you're looking for matches or going on the server list and seeing, hey, this guy's on a PC. This server is PC only or something like that.
Yeah, if you jump into a game, sometimes you're not going to notice that. And then...
On Unreal Tournament 3 on the PS3, when it came out like eons ago, when you played online, you actually could see when people have a mouse and keyboard connected next to their username.
It's like the Wii wheel when you were racing in Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can see the wheel.
So when you're playing online and you had a controller and you see everyone else in the lobby with the mouse and keyboard next to their icon, you're not gonna have a good time. So yeah, I think this is a cool. Balls in Sony's court at this point. It's been in their court for quite a long time.
Now we know it can be done easily.
We knew it could have been
I know, but now it's literally a.
Let's go.
Yeah. And it works. It's not like Sony can be like, well,
the network.
We don't want to have to put like all the work into the network and the connectivity thing and the game literally went and it worked.
Yeah,
like
it's really funny that Fortnite or the developers at Epic just kind of let that go. And again, they said that it was a network issue.
Yep.
Legit, on the front, it was a network issue.
Sure.
But the fact that you built that into your game.
But that's the thing, because
that wall's real thin. That wall's real thin.
These companies pretty much have their own servers for their online games now.
Yeah.
So who has access to the servers?
Because it's no longer like Xbox Live or
you're still paying Xbox Live because I'm sure Xbox pays Epic X amount of dollars for their servers.
I'm not a
to help. I don't know how all that stuff works. But at the same time, if Epic's in charge of their own servers, it's like anything else. You can let whoever you want in. So as long as it's the same basic game structure,
just get it done.
Press button, everyone play.
Yeah. Honestly, it benefits the gamers.
It benefits everybody.
It literally benefits and even the companies in the sense that it's like, oh, doesn't matter which platform I get it for. I'm going to be able to play with Joe, who plays on PS4. Yeah. I play on PC.
Well, that's my biggest.
Someone else plays on the Switch.
And that's my biggest thing is, back when I did have the Xbox and PlayStation 3, if I was getting a multiplayer game, most of the time I was getting it for the Xbox because Xbox Live had the bigger population of people for most of the online games.
And and from Sony's point of view, let's not cut words here. PlayStation is clearly leading the way in terms of sales between PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah.
Does PlayStation want to share that user base with Microsoft? Who knows?
But again, for a company that keeps saying for the gamer, for the gamer, for the gamer.
That's all marketing. That's all marketing at this point.
I know it's marketing, but you have to stop saying it after a while when we go, the gamer would like to play with his friend who owns an Xbox, and they go, no.
You should be friends with him.
You should not be friends with an Xbox, or you should tell your friend to buy a PlayStation.
So that's the big piece is do they want to share all the massive online users with another platform, or do they want to
They
monopoly?
should, because honestly,
And
with
the correct answer is yes, they should.
They should.
The correct answer is they should, but in terms of a monopoly, in terms of a
they
business,
might, they might feel that they're going to lose sales.
it's not that they didn't want to use.
Well,
lose
because they're
sales.
buying all these games that have the cross-platform, then what's stopping someone from buying the competitor stuff instead of yours?
Well, easy. You already own the console.
I was
They
gonna say.
own the console already. So,
But that would be, I think that they're.
and I
Look
think
at
Sony's
that.
in a big enough lead right now in terms of sales that
It's not big enough.
It's never big enough.
apparently
Money.
it's not big enough. Like,
Money.
well, Switch outsold them. To be fair, this month, right? So,
Yeah, but
Because
it's not
Switch,
surprising.
Good.
Switch
Switch
actually
actually-
shipped some Switches.
That's
and
not
they actually have
surprising,
games
though.
to
And
back
now
it
they
up.
have a crap ton of games to start backing it up, or games coming out to back it up. High five, crowd!
Cool. High five. Cool beans.
Yeah,
Cool beans. Cool
cross-platforming.
beans. High
five for cross-platform.
High five if you want cross-platform on everything.
But that's the thing. Like Nintendo obviously knew that with Rocket League coming out.
Yes, they
they're
did.
like, most people already own Rocket League.
Yeah.
So how are we going to get them to buy it on the Switch? Well, now I can take Rocket League with me.
Yes, and then play.
And still have the player base of Rocket League from everywhere.
And the nice thing about Rocket League is you don't need to, and you were concerned about this in people on the PC. It doesn't really matter on the
Rocket League's a perfect game for PC.
Yeah,
Well, that would
Xbox
work.
controller.
Yeah, that works.
It's not like a super fast-paced game, anyways.
Yeah,
It's,
that's again.
It
and
is,
racing,
but it's
and
not like
racing games. The only one you'd really have to worry about is the PC and the 5 people that still own like
a wheel.
Those.
the legitimate wheel and pedals and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that could just be a little symbol, like, you know, Joe has spent $600 on his equipment. Chances
Avoid
are,
him.
And
Joe's gonna win.
He's logged a few hours into this game.
And that's the other thing, is Joe's gonna win regardless because he plays this game all the time, as opposed to you, who's like, I'm in a car.
I'm driving.
Yeah.
So,
That's how I play racing games.
Yeah, pretty much. I forgot which one it was. One of the ones that's actually like Forza, I think.
Mhm.
When I first got my Xbox 360, I'm like, oh, Forza's supposed to be a good game, and I think I got it in with my Xbox.
the bundle.
With the bundle, because I got a bunch of games when I bought my Xbox 360, but I remember playing it, and I'm used to like Need for Speed arcade type driving things,
Yeah.
where you barely hit the brake and you can make it around corners.
Oh,
and
the Ridge
bank.
Racer effect.
Drifting,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
The
the,
Ridge
drifting and the yeah, but the arcade style racing, and then Forza, I'm like coming up to a corner and I'm like, yeah, brake,
Faster, 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 faster.
walled, and I'm like, oh, I have to drive. Like this is an actual driving game.
It looks pretty though.
My mistake.
It looks good though.
I was horrible
you
at
look
that game.
you look good doing it though.
Look pretty.
I look real good driving into that there wall.
Pretty.
Doesn't Epic have any other multiplayer games coming out soon? I feel like they have something
know.
coming out. Is it time for?
I don't know what Epic owns anymore.
Shadow Complex.
Yeah.
Gears of War.
No,
I don't know. They don't
Gears
even.
of War
They
coming
don't
out.
even make that anymore.
Gears of War?
Yeah. Well,
Since
it's
you-
Epic, but it's not. It's not Epic anymore. They outsourced it like Halo did.
I don't see any. Or I don't know of any.
They're working
Gears
on
of War.
Fortnite right now, man.
Because that's taking up all the resources.
Big business.
To be fair, they don't need to
Fortnite.
make much money. They just here's Unreal Engine, go.
Pretty much. Yeah, I was gonna say Epic doesn't actually.
Which
yeah.
is a side story. Talking about our first topic earlier, it's funny because you look at PUBG that uses resources.
It does
and
use energy.
It uses the engine from Unreal
Yep.
to power PUBG.
I'm just gonna move this away from you. I know you're chewing on the proper thing. I just don't want you to make a mistake.
So, either way, cross-platform is possible.
Between Xbox and PlayStation. So
Yeah,
if PlayStation tells you one thing,
They just need to
Sony
pull up
just
their
needs to
pants.
Stop being stubborn.
they do.
They just need to pull up their pants and just do it.
See, and I like the fact that this whole Nintendo not doing well with the Wii U has worked out very well.
In their favor, because now
Well, it's worked out well for us because now they're coming into this going like, it's not going to sell well. We're going to have to do a lot of things to win people back. So one of them is it's cross-platform.
Yeah.
And all of us, because it's like Minecraft coming out, like Play Together or whatever,
Yeah.
well
wonder if-
delayed,
I
is
wonder if
coming
you can
out
play
for
it
Switch.
together on the 3DS version.
I don't think so, because
They
I don't
said-
think that's the
They
version of the
announced that
game.
at Microsoft or at the Microsoft E3 where they said every version of Minecraft will be able to play with each other.
I think it's every version of Minecraft that can support the Let's Play Together patch can play together.
Maybe then.
But I don't know. Either way, like, again, Nintendo goes, oh yeah, like, and you literally log in with your Microsoft account
Yeah.
to
On
get
a Wii U,
on a Switch
on a Switch or Wii U
to get into this game, and
yeah.
it's just like, this is pretty wicked. But Nintendo has to do it because they're going, oh, we screwed up the last time. We really have to do some stuff to make sure people are paying attention to us. Where, again, like we say, Sony is like, we are top dog.
Yes.
We'll tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Oh, she's getting real close.
No, she's okay. She's got the green thing.
Yeah, but the green thing's right on top of the cable.
Yeah, she's lying.
All right.
We're good. We're good. Before when the green, like the
You need to get true-proof cables.
Do they make those?
Probably.
Either way, moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Some movie news.
Some movie news. I didn't realize Terminator 6 was in development until I heard this story. Is the takeaway here. But
Now, really, you can't number the Terminator movies anymore.
not anymore. It's hard to.
Yeah, it would be 6.
It is 6.
It's theoretically 6. But it's going to be Terminator Genesis or something, whatever you did.
Stop moving the camera.
No. So, Linda Hamilton,
The original.
the
Sarah
popular-
Connor.
The original Sarah Connor.
popularized for the original portrayal of Sarah Connor,
Yep.
is apparently back for a new Terminator.
Yay!
I don't know.
Is Arnie coming back
That's
too?
the other
I think
question.
Arnold Schwarzenegger said he was going to
I
be
believe
back.
he said after the last one that he wasn't, and then obviously they threw enough money at him where he's now.
So and I think
You should just do a Predator.
where I heard
3.
that story, and now you're not gonna like this, is that he said, yeah, after Terminator 6, I'm going to be filming triplets.
Oh boy.
We're getting a twins sequel.
Because that's what we needed. You know what? In all honesty, if him and Danny DeVito did another comedy movie together,
that would be amazing.
I'd be fine with that. But
no,
they don't
it's-
have to do a sequel.
To triplets.
They don't have to twins. They don't have to do a
Triplets.
sequel. Yeah,
Triplets.
but that's what I mean. You don't have to do a sequel. Just do another movie with Danny DeVito.
To be fair, to be devil's advocate, that's a pretty good name for a sequel for that movie.
It's a great name.
If you were going to do a sequel to that movie, that's a
It
good
should have
name.
been done a long time ago.
Yes,
Correct.
It's too late for it, but that's a great name for it.
Why don't they just do the sequel where they have to take care of the twins?
High five! High five for
twins.
twin sequel. Hashtag high five.
Now she's far away from Kate.
So Linda Carter.
Hamilton.
Not Linda Carter. Whatever.
Sarah Connor.
Sarah Connor. That's what. Yes. Terminator 6. Are we interested?
Sure.
I'm not.
I didn't
I
mind.
want to see where it's going to fall in line with all the other
I am
movies.
so confused.
They'll
with
just rewrite
how,
the timeline again. It's fine.
I think at this point,
I don't know.
just do it.
Why are you asking questions like this?
Maybe they need to introduce multiple Earths.
They've already introduced it. There's clearly multiple timelines. Like, shit just gets crazy in the Terminator universe.
In the
now.
the newest one or the latest one, they've
'Cause in
really
the-
gotten back
Because, like,
to
in
crazy.
the first
I didn't
couple
watch
movies...
I didn't watch the last half of Genesis, so
Okay, in the last couple movies...
you can spoil.
Care?
Nope.
Okay.
Or in the first couple movies, like, Terminator comes back. Like, Arnold Schwarzenegger
Yeah.
comes
Yes.
back. And that's, like, the big piece is time travel kind of works in the one-way system where he comes back and
That's it.
that's it. You get to the last movie where all of a sudden they're just like, yeah, we built a freaking time machine. And you're just like, you built a what? Like, in the 80s, you managed to build a machine.
So wait,
that-
Genesis takes place in the 80s, or
It goes all the way back to the first Terminator movie. Like, the
But
movie
he's
pretty
from
much...
the future originally, and he just took his technology.
Yes.
I gotta watch like
The
a
movie
YouTube
pretty much
video.
opens with, like, young Arnold Schwarzenegger
Sure.
doing his thing from Terminator 1,
Okay.
and new Arnie shows up, well, old Arnie now, and kills him. So it
Yeah.
effectively erases Terminator
The
1,
all the Terminators.
except that it comes back to John
John
In the
Connor.
movie?
in Genesis.
Well, then
he
I went
comes
2,
back,
and then I went to 2 with the jelly
yeah,
dude.
You mean the T-1000?
T-1000, yeah.
And that was done pretty quick.
And they finish that off, but then it's you see
But
John
then-
come back to like
Yeah.
boink Sarah Connor essentially, like to lead into all of that stuff. To not John, John's the
You have lost me.
kid. Okay, whoever
the
John
kid
Connor's
is-
John Connor's
It
dad.
is John Connor.
Is it John?
It's John.
Who's the kid?
It's John Connor.
Oh no,
Who's his dad?
John Connor's the kid. John
Ah.
Connor's the kid.
I can't remember.
Either
his
way,
name.
the guy who comes back
Yeah.
and has to like he puts on the whole like get up, puts on like the Converse kicks.
Sure.
Like he gets into all the 80s garb because he comes back naked, just like he
Yeah.
did in the other Terminator movie. And instead of meeting Sarah Connor and them running for their lives from Arnold Schwarzenegger, she pulls up in the car and goes, "Come with me
And
if
we're
you
in the
want to
second.
live."
And we're in the second movie.
And now
already.
we're already into like the second flick. But it's supposed to be a young Linda Hamilton or a young Sarah Connor in Genesis.
It's the lady from...
And she just knows everything that's going to happen.
Because the Arnie that's come back knows everything, because he's from a further future.
Yeah.
Or has been around long, like there's something stupid.
He's from further in than where the movies are shown.
What is the purpose of Terminator Genesis? What is
it erases everything. It erases everything.
No, like literally, what is the plot synopsis of this movie? Like, what is their end goal if they keep resetting their time?
To stop Skynet.
It's just to stop Skynet.
Always to stop Skynet.
But it's never.
Are they successful?
Never stop it.
Maybe.
No.
You have to watch the
he
film.
says
I don't give a crap.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. And John Connor turns out to be a bad dude.
They think they destroy it, but there's a secret little thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. John Connor ends up being like a Terminator, doesn't he?
Something in his blood, I think.
Yeah, there's something stupid that they tried to do nanotechnology shit.
And a Doctor was in that.
Doctor Who is in here now?
One of the doctors was the villain. Skynet.
I only know David Tennant.
The one before David Tennant.
The guy from Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh, okay.
No.
Wait,
I think it was the one before David Tennant.
No, there was that other one before, in between them. Then it was the one after David Tennant.
Sure. Yes.
Either way.
Yes. He was the Skynet.
Okay, so, like, Skynet, they go back in time.
To try and stop Skynet, they found out the real source where Skynet's from, so they destroy it, and then find out there's another Skynet hidden somewhere in the base.
After they go forward in time, after they've gone back in time.
So how many...
You gotta watch the movie.
You just have to watch the film.
We gotta get you through many movie marathons.
Either way, the 6th movie can do anything the hell it wants. Because now we have judged that you can just go back in time and screw with the timeline and just be done with it.
I've watched Back to the Future. I know how this works.
Nope. They don't do the disappearing, like, I'm fading into non-existence thing of Back to the Future. This is legitimately, like...
I've watched Flashpoint.
This is legitimately, like...
I know how time travel works. You don't do it.
Oh, this is like... But they do it well, though.
Matt Smith is the doctor, by the way, that you're thinking of. And he comes after David Tennant.
Yes. Matt Smith, yes.
It took me a second. I'm trying to picture him, and I'm like, the one with the fez. Yes.
So either way,
they do it well, though.
They do it pretty good.
They don't talk. They don't talk about how you're messing with the timeline. They just do it.
Well, because to them, they're not messing with it. Going from the future to the past, John Connor's not like the guy who volunteers to go back to boink Sarah Connor. Essentially,
this is still on Netflix.
No, it's not on Netflix. I'm checking that guy's name because that's going to bother me.
It's guy no. But either way,
it was on Netflix, wasn't it?
No,
I don't think so.
If it is, it's gone.
Either way, this guy goes back in time. He's not like going back in time thinking, "Oh, I'm going to mess with the timeline in a whole new fancy way."
I'm gonna
go save Sarah Connor. Like, that's his job. But then further down the future, they're like, "Oh, let's do this because."
On Netflix.
Oh, there you go. Watch it.
I don't wanna.
It's actually
Isn't
not
that dragon chick from Game of Thrones?
Yes, it is.
She's mildly attractive.
Mildly.
It's.
Hey, be lucky I say that.
It's not
Kyle Reese.
Kyle Reese. Thank you. It's not a bad flick.
I keep getting it confused with the candy.
It's not a bad flick. Like, I was not pissed off at Genesis. I was a little confused.
It said I would like.
But even Looper was like.
Yeah.
Don't try and think about
all right,
it because it's just gonna hurt your head.
Looper's awesome too.
Okay, but that messes with your head. And
okay.
It's the same thing with this.
I think Looper.
No, because none of that could have happened. But
Looper
whatever would have happened in the first.
Looper. Okay.
I'm not getting into that because it's hurting my head right now.
Either way, Linda Hamilton coming back for another Terminator movie that we're not sure if we should or should not watch.
Timeline movies are really messed up.
Again,
that's why Rick and Morty doesn't do time travel.
But like I say, the nice part with Terminator is they just don't give two shits.
And that's what works.
Which is what
so
works.
Like go into the I should try and rewatch it.
Yes.
Go into Genesis and just watch.
Because I watched like the first.
You've already got the ending spoiled for you.
No, I didn't. What's going on?
You still won't know what the hell's going on.
What's going on? What the fuck is going on in this movie?
The only thing and the best part is Terminator does keep it. Like, the T-1000s are still in existence, or the T-2000s. Like, they all still. Who knows
what their T's now?
But they all still exist.
They move on to the next letter.
But that's what I mean. Like, they can
up to the next 1,000.
And they can keep coming back. Numbers. And if they come back from a different future, or like a further future, they bring back different technology with them that like starts screwing with stuff. Or she's just going to
do Linda Hamilton to do a cameo.
And she might just be doing a cameo.
Who knows?
They could bring back that cast and just go, "Hey, Linda Hamilton's here to make a cameo."
She'll go back in time to meet
from
old
2.
Yeah.
Oh God!
But
they should find their great-grandmother and great-grandfather.
They should go back farther in time, not the 80s.
Yes.
Yeah.
70s.
Yeah, go
60s,
all the way back.
70s.
60, 70. No, because she was kind of in her 20s.
World War One.
Wonder Woman
in the
was
first
there.
one, she was
I
in her
watched this
20s.
movie.
You have to go back to at least the 60s or 50s.
Just
But,
stop computers from ever being built. That's how you
true,
do. That's
too.
how you do.
They
That's how
tried
you
in
See,
wait,
the
what?
third one.
Wait, what?
in the third one they tried kind of doing that, but
Stopping computers from being created?
this one was kind
No,
of
they
cool
didn't.
They
because
tried to stop Skynet before it got activated.
No. Like straight, just destroy the first
computers.
Destroy the first computer. That's how you beat Skynet.
just go back and kill.
So they're
Bill
going to go
Gates
back and kill our grandparents. We're going to
Yeah.
go back and kill
We'll
technology.
just keep going.
Kill the technology. This is the first computer chip ever. It's the size of this room.
But what was I gonna? Oh yeah, like the Genesis movie. I liked the premise of it was an app that was going to do it all.
What?
Like Skynet was an app because everybody.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Like it
What?
drops back to
Yeah.
the time that you end up being in is pretty much our present day, where everybody's waiting. Like there's a countdown to the next.
And that's where it
big
kind of got messed up, too.
app.
Originally, it was in the 80s.
Yes.
Or was it?
Yeah, the original was in the 80s. So they went back to the 80s, and then when they brought
Oh, yeah,
Kyle
they
Reese,
did jump.
they were
They
like,
did
"We
a
have
jump,
this
too.
time machine. We're
Yeah.
gonna go to the day that like Skynet launches and destroy it."
Which is our time.
Which is back now our time because
You gotta
by-
watch this movie.
I'm
My-
super confused. You literally can't spoil
Okay,
this movie
my
for me
old-
because I'm super confused.
old
what?
Arnie going back in time screws with the timeline
Yes.
so that the launch of Skynet isn't in the 80s; it's now in the 2000s.
Sure.
So they have to now go to the 2000s
It was
to stop.
It never said when. Oh, it
Yeah,
did. It did
it
say,
gives
but
you a
I
date.
don't think it was ever built. Like it was started in the 80s with that guy who made the arm and everything.
But they
it was
knew when
never-
Judgment Day
But it
was.
was never like.
They had a
fully
date for
evolved
Judgment
thing.
Day.
It was, I think it was in the 2000s still.
Either way, they now
Yeah.
go to the 2000s, and there's a guy who's launching an app, and the app itself connects all users across all
This
platforms.
sounds like Hydra.
Well, but that's the thing. So that's
you can't
what
kill
Skynet-
Hydra.
Like if you look
True.
at it, you're going, we're closer to Skynet now than we were back when Terminator
Well,
came out
considering
because
what,
we were all
a
connected.
month
You
ago
can
we
find us
found out
all.
about those AIs that are talking to each other.
Yeah, sure. You know,
Yeah.
we're almost
Skynet's
either
real.
way.
Skynet's real. It's gonna mess with.
It's okay.
Tony's
Arnold
head.
Schwarzenegger will save us. It's fine.
But anyway, when
He'll save us in triplets.
When she saves Kyle Reese in the 80s, Sarah and Kyle do a time jump up into the 2000s.
Sure.
And Arnie waits.
It's still
The
in
only
alive.
thing I remember
He
from the
waits
trailer,
in.
the only thing I distinctly remember from the trailer is him jumping out of a helicopter
Hello.
and then jumping through the blades of a whirling helicopter, and then saying like, "I'm." He didn't say I'll be back. He said something else like,
I don't know.
like you'll be back or something. Something really ridiculous.
Really?
Hi, dog.
Come here.
What's
Come
up?
here. Come here.
No,
Don't bite at me. Come here.
I hate you.
You're gonna be in trouble.
I hate you. We're gonna move on.
Yes.
To our last bit of news. Tokyo Game Show 2017 is happening right now.
TGS.
TGS.
2017.
TGS as it's more commonly known, and a lot of big names or big stuff is dropping from Sony.
Let's see
this-
who eyeing this up.
Left
Holding on to her.
the big piece is that Final Fantasy IX, if you liked Final Fantasy IX, is coming to the PS4, like Final Fantasy VII did with trophies and autoplay and everything like that. It's not a straight port; it's a 4K version of
Yeah.
of Final Fantasy IX. If you
It's
wanted
on
that.
Steam.
If you
already.
want, it's the Steam version basically. Zone of the Enders 2 is getting a VR 4K remaster on the PS4. Now, my big piece is apparently. What do you want, dog?
You're
You're
loving
ruining
it.
them.
You're loving attention.
You can play through the entirety of Zone of the Enders 2 in VR, which I think is a cool piece.
Everything's in VR now.
And the thing is, it's a giant mech game, so you're in a giant cockpit already.
Yeah.
And so the idea that you're playing this through a giant mech game in VR, it's a super cool.
As long as the controls aren't too outlandish, because that's the thing.
Well, I
like,
think the thing you think about it, you don't need to have motion controls already. You're just already sitting in a cockpit. You just have your controller.
Well, and I get that, but if you look at what was it, one of the Mech Warrior games came with that
Steel Battalion.
Steel Battalion came with that
the big ass
panel.
eject. I love that.
But that's the best part. Like that's actually like I am piloting
Sure.
a freaking mech. Like, whereas
Yeah, I
opposed to like Zone of the Enders, the controls are fairly simple. So yes, like as long as they don't make me start trying to do this in VR without any kind of feedback. Like,
I highly doubt it'll be like that. A lot of it will just basically be movement. Obviously, looking around will be. You don't have to do it on the right analog stick anymore. That'll be done with the headset itself. But I like the idea of it coming out. I would very much like to see how they display the credits in that game. Being, Zone of the Enders being... High five for Zone of the Enders, too.
High five for VR.
High five for
High five for some potentially cool VR games.
I'd like to see how they handle the development credits for this game. This Zone of the Enders was Hideo Kojima's sort of, I want to do something that's not Metal Gear, so here's Zone of the Enders.
It'll still be a Kojima game.
Well, they did.
Well, they took his name out.
They did mech fighting in a Metal Gear Solid game.
They did, but not to the level of Zone of the Enders.
That was a great fight.
That was an amazing fight.
So we'll see.
So, I'd like to see how much of his name is still plastered onto this game. I can't imagine.
Probably not a lot. Like, they're not going to just,
what are they going to, like...
They have to pay him.
They would have to pay him.
They still have to pay him, but this will be created by Hideo Kojima. Like, they're not going to be like, Hideo. It's not like Suda 51 where, or like you try and plaster his name all over the place.
Or like Metal Gear Solid 5, every time you start a new level, it would say, mission designed by Hideo Kojima.
Right. High five for some Metal Gear.
Yeah!
And high five again.
All of the Metal Gear, all of the Zone
Double
of the
high five for some Hideo Kojima
games. Zone of the Enders 2 is coming out on the PC as well, so I think I'm just going to getting it on there.
Yep.
This just ends up being easier.
You know what?
What? I'm just going to turn it off.
You know what? What, the camera?
It's a windshield wiper. It's a windshield wiper.
Just keep doing that for the rest of this cast. Let's keep doing it for the rest of this cast.
Don't stop moving.
We're almost done. We're good.
Don't stop. Oh, wait, no. Shh. We don't want to.
Don't stop this
Hello, Honey Badger 71998. Welcome to our crazy panel of
technology issues.
Autofocus.
I'm smiling.
I'm just waving at you constantly.
We are the Legion. Ooh.
High five.
Legion.
High five for being the Legion.
Hi, Legion.
Hi, Legion. You can stop now.
Okay.
Don't tell him that.
I fixed it.
So
it just no longer autofocuses.
Zone of the Enders 2, VR remake or whatever is coming out for the PS4 and presumably PC as well. And apparently... Keep waving. Don't stop.
I don't know, my arms got tired.
There's a new Left Alive game. It's a new mech game, survival mech game being developed from Square Enix. The big piece is that a lot of the development staff is from other big name projects. The developers and producers from Armored Core, which is...
What's going on with my hair?
I don't know, man. Oh, my hair's bad.
No, you guys. This is why we don't wear hats.
Just keep the hat on.
I have a Switch, Honey Badger. I don't know I don't think we have the demo.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah,
there's a new survival mech game coming out for the PS4, Left Alive. It's being designed by the guys who do Armored Core, which is that turn-based mech warrior game from Square Enix, as well as character design and mech design by Yoji Shinkawa, which was the artist who drew basically every Metal Gear game from 1 all the way to
So
now.
Metal Gear's Against Zombies.
Yes. And no, I don't think it's zombies.
Or whatever it is.
It's a survival mech warrior game.
Saying zombies.
I keep saying that they build it super.
So
weird.
mech warriors are not mech warriors, but like Metal Gears versus Metal Gears.
Yes.
All right. Cool.
If you look at the
Without
promotional
Hideo
teaser,
Kojima, so it will not be that exciting.
Oh.
I'm still gonna get it because I like the art design and I like that character design.
And that's the thing. You can still follow certain people.
Yeah.
Without Hideo Kojima, but it just won't be as bonkers a game.
Bananas.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. This game really did come out of nowhere, so I'm excited for it.
Switch. They also own PlayStation 4s.
I also own PC too.
And a PC. We're PC, PlayStation 4, and Switch.
Yes. What's an Xbox?
What's a mic? Oh wait, my PC is Microsoft.
What's an Xbox? So yeah, Tokyo Game Show. There's a few other things here and there. I think they announced the final roster for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite DLC as well. Venom, Monster Hunter, Black Panther, Sigma. Can't remember remember the other two.
So all the new fighters are in the DLC?
Yeah.
All right.
Essentially. If you don't... I'm not sure what I want.
Then clearly you have yet to play one, sir.
Yeah, you haven't tried it yet. Don't knock it till you try it.
Yep.
It's a big piece. So yeah, that's it for Tokyo Game Show news. It's happening right now. There's
ongoing.
Oh yeah.
Probably more on that next week.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
We'll look into it some more. I think
Wait, you're not here, are you?
No.
Then there won't be anything from Tokyo Game Show.
Monster Hunter World has a release date if you're interested in it. I know Monster Hunter is a hugely popular.
If I could get a PS4 for $300, I would.
We can't get a PC or a PS4 or Xbox One for $300.
Or $400.
Yeah, it's more aligned with $400. Yeah. Thanks for joining.
That's cool, Honey Badger. We're down with it. I do it too.
We do it with Microsoft blatantly.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, we're horrible.
We did it today.
Yeah. Actually, no, we gave them kudos because they're all Sony, like, cross-platform's cool. Yeah. And we're like, Sony's like, what a dick.
They said that they suck at selling things. So.
Oh, yeah, Xbox does suck at selling things.
They're very poor
That's
at their
just
marketing.
blatantly we can say that. That's not like, blindly criticizing.
No,
That's
no.
just, yeah.
Yeah, each platform is not perfect, I think.
Oh, there you go. You can go get one.
No.
Is this in US dollars?
Yeah, I have to go to the States for this.
Yeah, no.
We're Canadian.
Our slim PS4 is close to $400 or $350, I think.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's.
I think it's close to like $350 or something like that.
We are Canadian, eh?
Yo. Yeah, Atari's new console. A new Atari console is coming out, guys. That's the one that's going to change the face of the gaming world.
Game changer.
We changed the games before. We'll do it again.
Combo breaker.
On that
lovely
combo breaking note, we're going to move on
to our post-credit show.
Join us in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Where we talk about the most random stuff we can possibly talk about. So, Honey Badger, if you really want to see us go, like...
ape shit on this stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
From India.
Oh, wow.
Good golly.
Yeah, no, it's the price of living is wild.
I know.
Don't even think about Australian dollars.
Either way, join us in about 5 minutes. We will go to the post-credit show. We'll be back on our Twitch and our YouTube and our Smashcast. I think that's what it's changed to. I don't know. Either way, we'll be back in about 5 minutes with our post-credit show where we talk about all the things we've been playing, watching, and/or doing.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Bye, folks.
Bye.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah!